it done on the gridiron. It's the Falcons going up against the Cowboys. With that, let's go out to AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, we find ourselves right in the center of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex in Arlington and AT&T Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, trying to start it out with a bang. But it's second down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on third. On third down, it's Prescott. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. They'll run with Elliott. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
To throw is Prescott. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. For Dez, when Romo was under center, he was more the focal point. Now you got Zeke and obviously Dak at quarterback, playing a little bit of second fiddle to some degree.
Yeah, he still had, 8 catches, 82 yards in the game against Tampa. And I know the numbers are going to be about half of what he normally does. But here's the thing. When they get to the playoffs, he may very well be sitting first chair again because they'll need the big plays from Dez Bryant.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. Prescott now.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Now only needed a yard, instead went backwards. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game. It went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Alfred Morris, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Here we go.
On the direct snap, Freeman. This is Coleman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas, they controlled the 5 offensive linemen. That allowed the linebackers to see the openings, sprint through the gap, and snuff that play out in a hurry.
It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football and attacks defenses.
For the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
In Week 14, Devontae Freeman had 6 carries for 6 yards. You think he spent a long week burning for more carries and a chance to redeem him?
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. 45 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Short kick. It's taken to the 23. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff as they take over here 1st and 10. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm, You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. That'll be a gain of 16. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. In motion here is Witten. On 2nd down, Elliott. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Now Prescott going right side. He has Witten. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. And with that, it's 2-minute warning time here. The NFL on EA Sports. They come out here in the eye. Now Elliott. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll try again with Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now a play fake here on first down. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And they're going to speed things up here. Snap count through the defense off. 5-yard penalty. They're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down. 3rd and 2. Now Ryan hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by and he's into the clear. The 30. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice to such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that'll bring up second down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a...
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. 45 yards. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand.
Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Freeman again, a first down carry. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front, because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Second down following the run. Again, it's Elliott. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Come on, let's go. 38.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. 25. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position. So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
They stopped him in his tracks, and they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play never got off the ground because of the defensive front. They owned the offensive line, which allowed the linebackers to see their openings and run straight to the ball. That's why that play just never had a chance.
And on 2nd and 10 now. One back is Morris. And he'll get it up the middle. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. Halfback sent in motion. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. 3rd and goal now, so some urgency here for the offense. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They go back to the air here after the INT. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And it's 2nd down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And quickly, they get to the line. Now Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
So they're operating in the red zone. A 20th carry here for Elliott. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
So 2nd and 10 here. They go to Elliott again. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a big one there as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately wins them the game.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. Second and 10 now. Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. It's caught. Jones. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Hits his target, it's Taylor Gabriel. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
Never make the mistake of the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cedric Thornton in there to get him for a loss of 5. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He'll buy some time right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will actually break your heart.
Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They come out here in the eye. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. In motion here is Witten. They'll run it now out of the gun. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Offense faces a 3rd and medium with 6 yards left. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. In motion here is Witten. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Let's go!
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there, making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the... Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 55 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off Byron Jones. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing here, Prescott. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Really nice connection on the corner route. This is a play where the receiver wants to set up the defensive back by moving him inside and then breaking back to the corner.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Prescott now on 2nd down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's going to take another shot here. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams, 47 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point try by Bailey. And the lead is now 24. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us.